Hey everybody, this is Miss Mathewson at Wake. I just wanted to check in and see how everybody was doing and talk to you a little bit about the practice initiative and our upcoming events. So your children may have been bringing home these practice charts, as I like to call them. These are what I will use to give the students assignments. It's really kind of like homework, but in music we treat homework in a different way. This is just so that they can get more confident on their instruments, and it's really up to the kids to make sure that they're doing all that they can, to get better at their instruments by practicing at home. So I never like to make practice practice regimen mandatory, but I really do like to incentivize it because I think it's super important for kids to learn how to set their own goals, how to get motivated, that kind of a thing. So what I do every week is we write down, the assignments. Let's say that violin groups will practice a certain number of exercises in their method books. We'll write it down here, and then here is where they will write down the days that they actually practice. So if your child comes home and practices 3 days a week, you'll write down which days that week they practice, and you will sign the bottom of the chart. Now it's really important. I've had some kids bring back some practice charts without signatures, and to be fair to everyone, I really would hope that, they're not faking it, that they're being honest. And so I'm asking for parent cooperation. So if you could just verify that, your child did practice 3 or 4 or 5, whatever, how many days they practice, sign the bottom. And then when they bring it back signed, however many days they got to practice, and you verified it, they will get a sticker on this practice tree chart. So my saying is, when you plant a practicing seed, you'll grow a practicing tree. And I really truly believe that. If we plant the seeds of goal setting and self-motivation and just working for that reward of being able to play your instrument correctly, and just working on those concepts, reinforcing them at home. If we start those early, then it takes out so much frustration and so much anxiety later on, because the kids already know how to practice. They know what to practice. They know effective strategies for practicing. And so we're planting the seeds right now in their early years as beginning band and orchestra students to be able to become independent musicians. So that's what I want all of my students to become, is independent musicians. Okay, so this is going to help tremendously. And let's say that your child practiced 4 out of 7 days that week. We'll put 4 stickers on their chart. When they get all the way up to 10, they will get to choose a prize from my prize bucket. So in my prize bucket, I do not give out candy or food or any kind of edible treats. I do have musical treats, kazoos, pencils, little toys and trinkets like that. So rest assured that your children will not be, eating anything in school that they shouldn't be. And I am really excited. Now, the other thing is, some of the kids that I have worked with have said, I've tried to practice, but it's hard to be, loud with other kids in the house, siblings, different schedules, and that's okay. The good news is that you can actually practice silently. You can take your instrument, like let's say that I have a violin here, and instead of being super loud and waking everybody up in the house, what you can do is practice silently using, your plucking strings. Doesn't make much noise. For brass and woodwind instruments, the nice thing is if you take the mouthpiece off of your instrument, it really becomes a silent instrument. So you can practice, like say for trombone, you can practice moving your slide. So here we go, here we go, here we go. This is really good. So you can practice learning those notes silently without disturbing others in your house, okay? And as far as percussion goes, you know, the more that you clap out the rhythms and the more that you're reading the rhythms on the page, the better. So that's my blurb about practicing. I'm really happy with our progress so far. The year has had quite an interesting start to it, and I'm sure that we're going to have some surprises later on this winter and fall. And we just don't know when they're going to happen. I have no idea what's going to be in store, but we're just going to try to stay flexible. And I really appreciate all of the help and guidance that I've gotten from the Warren County music teachers and from other parents too. I think it's fantastic. So we're all in this together. We're all trying to figure out this weird new reality together, and your kids are doing a phenomenal job of, staying positive, doing what they need to do, being responsible, bringing their notebooks and their folders and their books and their instruments on lesson days. So we're just going to keep this momentum going. It's so great. It's a joy. I love coming to work every day, despite all of the weirdnesses of this year, because your kids make it all worth it. And, I couldn't be happier. So tell them that they're doing a great job, but stay on them about practicing because we don't want those habits to get relaxed, okay? And especially during the holidays, if you are gonna have virtual gatherings on Zoom, or if you're gonna have in-person holidays with your family, encourage your kids to play their instruments for their family members. I mean, this is a great opportunity to give them some motivation and some courage, encouragement, all that good stuff. So stay tuned for more updates about things. Thank you all for signing up for the Remind app. It's really going to help communication. And if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to talk. Text, email, however, holler. All right, have a great weekend, and I will see your children on Monday of next week. Bye.